Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the Manifesting Money community. So you most likely found me through TikTok, Instagram, the newspaper. But I'd love to know, again, how you found us. If you are on Instagram, make sure you tag me. I do message back. So make sure you say hi to me there. And again, if you are really, really new to this community, check your email because we have some gifts in there for you. We have a free Facebook community where we have a safe place to ask questions about manifestation, especially when it comes to money. And we also just really love sharing testimonies in that group as well. And if you haven't already tuned into the podcast, then bye. Just kidding. But we have some resources in there for the podcast. And if you're super, super new, we have different genres so that we can point you in the right direction of which episode to listen to. And last but not least, we have some freebies in that email. So make sure you check it out. For all of those who are super, super new to this community, welcome. I just want to give a quick introduction of myself and what I do, but I have some resources down below if you really, really want to know my crazy story. My name is Anita. I am a money mindset coach. I am the host of the Manifesting Money podcast, a manifesting mentor. I love to give you tips, tricks, strategies, and stories on the pod and all of our free resources. And last but not least, I am a comedian. Yeah, just kidding. I just say that. But I'm a storyteller, and I just really genuinely love when you all do this work because your stories are actually helping us prove to society that this work does not discriminate. So I'm a really big step-by-step process type of person. So I love to break things down for you. So again, if you are new here, you're most likely somebody who has no idea where to start when it comes to manifestation. Or maybe you're conscious and you're aware that your thoughts create your reality, but you just don't know how to do it with money. Or last but not least, you're someone who has a lot of fear, stress, and anxiety around money. And so I'm here to not only acknowledge those feelings and shine light on them, but really allow you to release a judgment around them because we have been programmed by society to have these beliefs, and I'm here to help you break them down. So today's workshop, I'm actually going to be giving you a 5-step process of how to manifest more money during the holidays. So the first step of this 5-step process is always awareness. Yep. So you finding this video was not a coincidence. It's not something that just fell in your lap. You've attracted this because of how open and receptive you are. And what we're going to do is just take that down just a little bit deeper. So in this workshop, you're going to be breaking down some of your subconscious beliefs about money during the holidays. So I made you a little workbook. So if you don't already have a pen and paper, make sure you do so right now. If you're in the 3-day Manifesting Money workshop, you know why this is so important. It helps reprogram your subconscious mind when you see it in your own handwriting. But again, step 1 is to get something that you can write with and really bring this to the awareness. So one of the biggest society projected beliefs that comes to us during the holidays is that we don't have money because it's the holidays. So whatever this brings up for you, it might be worded a little bit different. This might resonate with you. It may not. Your homework is going to be to break down the beliefs that are coming up for you. But this is something that just floats around. And we've all been programmed to not only hear it, but find truth in this phrase. If you have a business, again, we've heard it time and time again that you don't want to be promoting around this time because money is tight. So your job in step 1 is to figure out what are these stories for you. Another really big belief that comes around the holidays is that we don't have enough. We don't have enough for presents. We don't have enough for really nice things. We don't have enough to travel during the holidays. So again, your homework is to find out what that is for you. So step 2 of this 5-step process is to get super clear on where this is coming from. Believe it or not, whatever it is that you're struggling with in your current reality right now has nothing to do with your external world, but everything to do with your internal belief. So again, if you've done the 3-day Manifesting Money workshop, you know that we love to break down why all of these techniques and everything work, mostly because it's really getting to the deep-rooted subconscious beliefs that you've picked up from the ages 0 to 7 years old. Yep. That is when all of your subconscious beliefs are stored, and you're actually just repeating patterns over and over again until you become conscious of them and break the cycle. So again, step 1, we broke down the story of what it is that we're telling ourselves consciously or unconsciously over and over again that's actually manifesting into our physical reality. So once you're aware of this, again, using the example that I don't have enough for presents, I don't have enough and really looking at that and thinking about a time, if you can relate it to Christmas, around the ages 0 to 7 years old in your life, and think about, when did you believe that this was true? What happened, or what did you see that made you believe that you don't have enough, especially around the holidays? So you're not only bringing that scenario to the surface, looking at it, but you're really just detaching from it. What happened then is not happening anymore. 9 times out of 10, especially during the holidays, we are taking action to avoid feeling a certain emotion. We're buying everybody the most extravagant gifts ever, so that way we feel worthy. And if we don't get them those things, that means we're not worthy. Or maybe we're scared of feeling like a failure, or scared that I didn't do enough or be enough. But the truth is, those are just stories. So your work in step 2 is to get super clear on what happened that made you believe that you didn't have enough. I know we're not even 10 minutes in and this is getting deep, but this is good. You're doing a really good job. Yes. And step 3 is to become at peace. To become at peace with whatever it is that you're trying to resist. And the reason why step 3 is so important is because we miss it so many times. Actually, so scared of the worst case scenario manifesting is that we're actually attracting more of it. And I know that may seem scary for a lot of us. And we're like, oh, no, I only want to think positive, so only good things happen to me. Guys, I'm here to tell you that it is safe for you to have those emotions and those thoughts. But the goal is to release the meaning that we have towards those emotions. And the number one way we're going to do that is to really look at what it is that our ego is trying to protect us from, which is always feeling. Yup. So your ego is always going to try to make everything about you. If you don't get somebody a present, that means something about you. If you get someone something, you go out of your way to get this extravagant gift and they don't like it, that means something about you, which is not true. It's just a story. But our job is to get super clear on where is the mind doing this and break that belief down. So your ego is protecting you from feeling a certain emotion. So going back to that story that you brought up to the surface, specifically about holidays, what was the emotion that came up for you that we maybe have a little bit of judgment around or scared of feeling again? Some most common ones are failure, not enough, unworthy, stressed, disappointed. So what's happening when you become at peace with feeling this emotion, whether it's fear, stress, anxiety, disappointment, and you release the attachment to it, you're actually rewiring your nervous system. So you're not only going to bring that emotion to the surface and get super clear on what it is that your mind is trying to resist from feeling, but you're going to release a judgment around it. So here's an analogy here. If I tell you to think about a potato, there might not be any chemical reaction that comes up in your body when you think about a potato. Or maybe you're like me and you like chips, so maybe you're getting hungry. But just think about it. Now when I say the word disappointment, unworthy, failure, unsuccessful, does your body have a chemical reaction? AKA maybe some fear, stress, anxiety. It might be in your chest, your stomach, your hands. And that's just because of the deep-rooted beliefs that we have about those specific emotions. But when you can detach those emotions and just, again, see them like a potato, you're no longer running from them, which means you're no longer avoiding certain scenarios. Maybe it's a dream vacation or a job you want to apply for, an extravagant gift you want to get for somebody, because you're not scared of feeling that emotion. But now we're getting to step 4, which is all about dreaming so big. This is my favorite part of the exercise, mostly because we have been programmed to limit ourselves when it comes to just dreaming, to really allow yourself to get outside of that box. And I'm a numbers person, so in this scenario, I'm going to pretend that I just dropped $100,000 in your bank account. Let's pretend if you don't use it by Christmas Day, then it disappears. But again, this purpose of the exercise is to get outside of your box. Last but not least, step 5, which is co-creating. So all of the other steps in this process are so essential because you've created space and you're really shifting your intentions before you take action, which again takes time, takes work. So you right here doing this work right now is doing so much more than you going picking up an extra shift X, Y, and Z, because you're really super clear on your intentions. And I'm here to tell you that you don't need $100,000 to get started on that list. Happens a lot during the holidays is that we go above and beyond and stretch ourselves so thin during the holidays because we're unconsciously seeking external validation or getting gifts because we feel bad if we don't, which guilt and shame are one of the lowest frequencies. But when you release the judgment of where you're at right now, no matter what's in your bank account, and go back to that list and use this new mentality that it would be really cool if I could get my mom a house, but what can I get her right now? Because if you're not doing it right now, nothing's going to change when you have more money. If you keep waiting for these external things to happen in order for you to start giving, receiving, going on trips, I don't know about you guys, but my family isn't doing presents this year. And I love it. But again, this comes back to communication. So I trust you all are getting super, super creative with this assignment. And again, I'm just so happy and grateful that you're even investing this time and energy into this video. And I feel like I say this every single time, but please let me know if you do this exercise and your testimonies. Because like I said, we're going to be sharing them on the podcast. Last thing about this is to make sure that you stay open and receptive to all the different ways that money can come to you. Again, in our community and in the 3-day Manifesting Money Workshop, we talk about how essential it is for you to count money that you would have spent, crazy discounts, random checks in the mail, even the money that you knew was coming to you because that actually wasn't guaranteed. The more proof that you have that money comes to you more during the holidays, the more it's going to amplify. So if you like this exercise, again, share it with us in the comments. And you want to continue this work, I highly, highly, highly recommend starting with a 3-day Manifesting Money Workshop. We've created a code specifically for you for the month of December. Thanks again for investing this time and energy. I will see you in our next workshop.